In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a hole or a cut in Zoo Design Studio. I'll start off with what I believe to be the most basic case, which is to make some type of extrusion or to be a body. So let's do a circle on a sketch. We'll sketch on the XY plane. Let's exit and extrude that by 300 millimeters. Let's confirm. So if I turn the camera a bit, you'll see my cylinder. And to cut a hole through it, we're going to start a sketch on the top and draw a star that I'm incredibly good at drawing. Yup. We'll exit the sketch. Beautiful. We'll hit extrude again, and then this is the important part, is that in order to make a full cut through it, we have to do the same or more in the negative direction, so going back through the part. So if I do negative 300 and hit confirm, you'll see that we have our star cut out through this cylinder. I can actually even do more than that, so I don't have to do exact. So if I go back to the extrude, that was the star, double click and do, let's say, negative 350, which is more than the cylinder, confirm, it still gives the same result. So it's a little different than what you might be used to, but that's how we do it in Zoo Design Studio. Next, I'm going to show you how to do a cut in KCL, and there's multiple ways, so I'm going to show you several different ways to create this cut or this hole in a part. So let's open up the KCL code pane, and notice I have several comments here, so we're going to do them one by one. But the first one is exactly what we did in the first half of the video, where I'm doing extrusion, and then I'm going to cut through it afterwards. So this right here, this first block, is my extrusion, and all this is saying, let me zoom out a little bit. All this is saying is let's start a sketch on the XY plane, let's create a circle with a 10-inch radius, and let's extrude by 50 inches, with giving us our cylinder. The next block is saying, well, let's start a sketch on the end face of sketch 1, which was the cylinder. And then let's create a circle of radius 5 inches, and then let's extrude it by negative 50, so going back through the cylinder, and this will create a pipe. So if I uncomment that, notice that it started a sketch on the top face, and then it went down through the part by negative 50. So for sketch 3, now we're going to do both at the same time. So we're going to create the 10-inch radius. We're also going to create the 5-inch radius circle, and then we're going to make that a hole by doing subtract 2D is what we call it. So first, let me start off with just this part where you can see our circle. So that's our 10-inch circle. Now we're going to do subtract 2D, and with subtract 2D, it takes in a sketch, which this percent symbol means, hey, we're staying in the same sketch. And it takes in a tool, and the tool here is going to be a circle of 5 inches. So when I uncomment that, you'll see the hole get created, and then we're going to extrude it by 50 inches, thus leading to the same result. And lastly, I'm going to show you the exact same thing I just did, but I'm going to break out the whole sketch into a whole different variable, and then just pass in the variable instead. So right here you see I have my hole, so let's go ahead and uncomment this, or I mean comment it. And then for the last one we have my hole. I'm going to uncomment that, and you'll see the hole get created. And so now I'm starting a new sketch. I have radius 10 inches, so that hole is actually placed on top of the other one. And I'm going to use subtract 2D, and then this is maybe just a little clearer way of looking at it, is that I'm passing in all of my hole, which is a circle created on the XY plane with a center at 0, 0 and a radius of 5 inches. So I pass in all of that at once, then we have our hole. And then once again, I can do an extrude and maybe go up by like 10 inches. We have our mini pipe.